The texture is just insane. You know what? You know what I can compare it with? You know when a cat licks your hand? Hey guys, welcome back to Silk's Concrete Jungle. Today, I'm going to be showing you my top 5 favorite plants. So let's get started. So first is my Pillia Peperomia. So far, it has grown so much. It only really started off with maybe 5 to 7 leaves. When I first got it and when it was smaller, after a few months, it kind of was looking a little bit sad. Like the leaves started curling in and I kind of was wondering what was going on with it. So I immediately potted it into a pot that was 2 inches larger and it just started sprouting like crazy. As you see, it's quite the size. So I have my Pillia sitting in a south-facing window, so it gets a lot of light. I think it gets about 4 hours of direct sun. I kind of have it, you know, in a position where it won't get too much direct sun because I'm nervous about the foliages burning. But so far it's been doing great. Also, we'll water it when the leaves start to feel thinner or when the leaves start to kind of like droop down. And I'll just do a full thorough watering where the water is just rushing down from the drainage holes. I think I watered it just yesterday, yeah. So it's nice and plump. So many little babies on the inside. And some people like to actually cut and propagate them, but I want to see how big this Pillia gets. I don't have a name for it, and it's actually been through so much. My husband's crutch fell on the whole plant and it broke a couple leaves, but it's okay. It doesn't even look like it has been through that kind of hardship. So yeah, on to number 2. So next is my Calathea Museca. This plant has such beautiful foliages, which is why I love it so much. It almost has little window-like rectangular patterns on the leaves, and I actually got this as an import and it only had about 3 leaves and maybe 2 new foliages that were about to grow. What I did was I made sure that I was pumping lots of humidity on this because y'all know that Calatheas like humidity. Anyways, I'm just super happy to see it grow and I really want to get that like bushy look. So I'll also do an update video on how she looks in a few more months. So next is my Philodendron White Princess. It's grown so much and I can't wait to actually chop and prop this one. The newest leaf that's unfurling already has a new leaf coming. There's 2 in 1. Such an overachiever, just like me. So anyways, the reason why this is one of my favorites is because every leaf looks different. Every leaf. And even on my second White Princess, it has no leaf that looks the same. So it's always so exciting to see. So I'm super excited to see what these 2 will look like, and I'll also do an update on that one. Shout out to Climb Forest Climb for this beautiful pole that's made out of cocoa coir. I just basically have her climbing up the pole so that it has some support so it gets stronger and can push out larger leaves. I have my White Princess in my IKEA greenhouse. I'll also be doing a tour of what plants I have in there. Basically, it's under 12 hours of controlled light from grow lights, and it's in humidity roughly about 50 to 70%. So it fluctuates a little bit depending on if I open the door for some air and stuff. So yeah, next we have my Alocasia Mellow. So as you see, look how different those leaves look. The size of the leaves there. So I grew this from a bulb. Ended up getting a mellow for myself, but then it didn't really climatize well, and I find that alocasias don't really climatize quite well when they first shipped. Didn't give up hope though on the little bulb. I'll try to find a picture of it, but basically I just placed the bulb in sphagnum moss in a cup, and then I put a Ziploc bag on top of it, acting as if it's like kind of like a greenhouse, and I just forgot it. I left it, forgot it, and I checked on it maybe in about 3 weeks, and a tiny leaf came out, which was this guy's. It's so cool to see that it grew so much And so I'm like super, super proud of this leaf. I love it so, so, so much. The texture is just insane. You know what? You know what I can compare it with? You know when a cat licks your hand? Cats have like rough tongues, I guess, and it literally feels like a cat's tongue. I think that's kind of weird, but yeah. It also lives in my greenhouse under the same conditions, so 12 hours of light and also about 50 to 70% humidity, which is lower than I would like for it to be, but I'm in the process right now of weatherproofing so that I don't need to have a humidifier in there, which I don't. So that's 50 to 70% without having a humidifier. Plant is my Alocasia Cropria. I got this baby about 7 months ago, and it was a tiny, tiny leaf that was maybe about 3 to 4 inches tall. So it's been so rewarding. This is actually the first leaf. Shortly after, it got this leaf, which was so exciting to see. And then the third leaf. Third leaf is huge. It's literally bigger than my hand. What did I do different? I think I was just more conscious of the atmosphere it was in, gave it more humidity. I was also very conscious of just watering it properly, so not letting it go too dry. I tend to underwater my plants. Been in a controlled environment, just like the other guys in the greenhouse. So if you're gonna pick up something from this video, it's that plants like humidity. Just a few weeks ago, I repotted it into a bigger container because it started to kind of outgrow its little nursery pot. So I went from a 4-inch pot to a 6-inch pot. So at the bottom, I have lined activated charcoal to promote airflow, as well as leca right on top of the charcoal. And then I mixed a homemade soil mix. I basically use the same soil mix for almost all my plants, to be honest. So far, every plant likes it. That airy, chunky soil mix is great for every plant. So I'll be doing another video on what kind of soil mix I use. Okay, so I know I said I was only going to be showing you 5 of my favorite plants, but I couldn't choose, I couldn't resist. So yay! Here's my 6th favorite plant. It's my Philodendron Florida Ghost. So this was actually a birthday present to myself. Just this past January, I turned 30. So as you guys know, we're in a pandemic right now. My goal was to go on vacation for like 3 weeks to celebrate my 30th birthday or have a huge party. So either of those things weren't able to happen. So I went ahead and I bought myself a few birthday plants, and one of them were the Philodendron Florida Ghost. This has been so rewarding to watch grow. Super white, which is really nice to see. This was a new leaf in my care. I have this in my washroom, my guest bathroom, where I have lights running for 12 to 16 hours. And I also have a humidifier pumping in there, and I also will encourage my husband and myself to take showers in there as opposed to our master bedroom. Yeah, these guys seem to love it. Like, look how huge those leaves are. And you have this little guy growing here, right there. I kind of cheated a little bit. I pulled the sheath off in hopes that it'll get more light. The more light you have for Philodendron Florida Ghost, the more white the leaves will be. And gradually they start to go greener. The leaf is already starting to slowly turn green. So I'm not sure how long that process is going to be. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated with that too. Let me know if you have any questions about any of these plants below. I'll be able to share with you any care tips that have worked for me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.